Today on Hey Cuzz podcast, we're honored to welcome a powerful voice from Southeastern North Carolina, Venessa Kim Ceasar. She's the founder and executive director of Soaring As Eagles Outreach Ministry, a faith-based nonprofit empowering families and students through education, mentorship, and emotional healing. A published author, a community leader, and advocate for youth and families, Venessa brings her lived experience and passion for service into everything she does. Get ready to be inspired by her story, her work, and her unwavering commitment to helping others soar. Hello, and welcome back to the Hey Cuzz podcast, your favorite Cuzz cast, where you are either a real cousin or a play cousin. And today on this show, we have you have to stay and watch to the end, as always, to figure out if she's a real cousin or a play cousin. But she goes by the name of Venessa Kim Ceasar. And I am honored to have her here. She is a powerful woman in Southeastern North Carolina. She is the founder and executive director for Soaring As Eagles Outreach Ministry, which is a faith-based nonprofit ministry that empowers families and students through education, mentorships, and emotional healing. Welcome, Kim. Let's give another round of applause to Miss Ceasar. I call her Kim, y'all.
Hey, Cuzz.
Guys.
Thank you. How you doing, Cuzz?
Yeah, all right.
Good.
Little Southern speak there. What's up? I am seeing that you got a lot of things going on, and I want to chop it up and get into it. You have a jazz event going on, which we'll talk about on the tail end. But starting off, I have about 3 questions that I want to get to you, and hopefully we'll get to cover all of them. But we want to keep it sweet and simple because I know that you have a lot to do. You told me you've been up since 7 this morning, right?
Yeah, out the house.
What you doing out of the house that time of morning?
Because we have pre-K jump start. That's for our 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. And
wow.
Our team, our teachers, we have prayer at 7:30.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dig into what Soaring, who Soaring As Eagles is. What inspired you? You founded it back in 2009, and how has your personal journey shaped the organization's mission and values?
Well, when how it all began, I was visiting Wilmington, and on my way back to Atlanta, I moved to Atlanta in 90. And on my way back to Atlanta, I heard God started downloading, and he gave me the name Soaring As Eagles. And I was driving with my left hand and writing what God was saying with my right hand and driving with my left. And basically, my idea or my interpretation of what he gave me was to empower teen parents, being that I could relate because I got pregnant when I was 12 years old. So I assumed that he wanted me to focus on teen parents. But as I began to actually do the work, I realized it wasn't the age, it was the maturity level. And the support system and all the other variables that help us to grow and mature as parents. Because sometimes you could be old, but you don't have the tools that you need for your family. So our programs actually fill in the gaps for all of that.
Well,
so that's how we first got started.
So which of your programs, Pre-K, Jumpstart, Saturday Academy, Inspired Minds, which is a STEM program, or Lunch and Learn, has had the most significant impact in that you can say? And can you share anything that's transformative in terms of a story of one of the families who experienced something that they shared with you?
Oh, well, I think that most of the programs are impactful in different ways.
Okay.
Because in addition to those actual programs, I also do case management.
Okay.
Because we realize that it's not about helping the child. It's the family is a unit. It was instituted before anything else was.
Right. That's right. That's first institution. Go on now, preacher.
And the main thing is to get the family whole, because when there's so many different broken pieces of the family, everything else is broken.
Yes, sir.
So when our mission is to empower families of Title I schools through personal, professional, emotional, and professional and educational development. Mm-hmm. So our pre-K Jumpstart is for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. That is a foundation, because early education is a foundation for the rest of a kid's life. Mm-hmm. So I find that to be the most impactful, because in order for, and actually we have a STEM program, we had called it STEM Tuesdays for the 5-year-olds, because when we teach them young, we teach them about not only the academics and the social emotional learning, but we also teach them gardening and nutritional health. We teach them Spanish. We teach them science. We have STEM. We teach so many other things. We teach music. They learn how to. We collaborate with Brooklyn Arts Music Academy, and they learn how to play the harp. You know, so we're exposing them early so they can actually gravitate and be engaged in something other than their norm.
Yes.
We have Friday book fair. So every Friday, the parent can come and pick out a book with the child, because reading is so important.
Yes.
So in addition to that, we have Saturday Academy. We initially started that.
I'm sorry. When you said something about parents, I don't want to lose sight of that. It's important to you to have the parents educated as well as the student, because sometimes you have students that you want the parents that may not have gotten it in order to be able to grow even with their kids. Because, I mean, let's face it, we know there are people who still today cannot read.
Oh, yeah, they're graduating every day. They're
graduating. So I just wanted to press pause there, because that's what hit my ears in terms of, I didn't want to miss that significant point that you were sharing books with parents. You know, there are parents who, you know, their kids are reading better than they even read. So why not bring up the whole family? You're trying to bring everybody on board. I'm loving it.
Everybody needs to come up. Yeah. So with our Saturday Academy, initially it was for to help with the EOG, because you know a lot of kids struggle with EOG. I struggled always with test taking, because that's stress. So not only did we have 1-to-1 tutor-student ratio with actual released exams, but we also worked with New Hanover County Resiliency Task Force to include stress management, test taking skills, and things of that nature. Girl, it's praying time. You hear those?
Yes. Checks? Yes. I was gonna ask the question. I ain't trying to get knocked off of YouTube. That you know, there's a lot going on. It's so good to know that you are still putting education at the top of the list, especially for the youngest ones. And it's gonna take it's gonna take multiple for what you do to multiply, especially now. You know, the importance of what you've been doing all along. Now we're going to have to replicate that.
Yes.
And so, so for someone who has both lived through this situation, like you said, being a young mom, and now supporting individuals facing trauma and poverty, because that was, when you said it, that's all I could think of next. The trauma, exactly the poverty, the educational barriers. And I'm going to try not to cry when I say that.
Yeah.
What changes or resources do you hope to see just in your region in southeastern North Carolina to further uplift underserved families? What are you expecting, not just from the community, but from your leaders?
Really, what is really going to make a difference is people's heart change. I believe everything is rooted in the heart. Everything, I don't care what it is, everything is rooted in the heart of the matter.
And now, Kim is a singer. Kim is a singer, and so you know that that's the one thing we have in common. And I have an album called Heart Surgery, because that's exactly what it takes. The heart has to change.
Yes, and if your heart doesn't change, your mind can't change, because they are somewhat interconnected depending on whether it's the intelligent piece or the emotional piece. But because sometimes your information and your knowledge can change your emotion. So they are interconnected. So if
Really,
people,
do you think that is the case? Because some people seem to have information and they still stay the same.
I didn't say it always does.
Yeah,
I didn't say it always does. Because sometimes if you
but it
have some
should.
information, it could change. It doesn't always, because
That's
you
right.
still need to have the love of God.
Yeah,
That heart, that's the heart that you need.
yeah.
Because hatred and love don't go together. They're
They
opposite ends.
they
So
don't.
you can't have one and the other.
Mhm.
You got to have one or the other. And
Mhm.
if your heart is not pure, then you are going to have selfishness and hatred and strife and just being mean.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no way around it. But yeah, it's going to take people's hearts to change. And the only thing a lot of times that's going to change the heart of people is the spirit of God and prayer.
yeah. And
So
personal experience. And hopefully they don't get to the point where they have such a personal experience that now they can identify with you.
right, because God
So,
has a way of bringing that spirit of pride down.
yeah, well, pride
That's
cometh
just
before the fall.
destruction. That's right.
So, I want to, I mean, we got deep. We get deep, y'all. I'm about to take another sip. Wait a minute. Okay, get it down. So, on a lighter note here, we are looking to fund your organization. You're looking to fund your organization. Tell us how
Yes.
we can
Yes.
take part in, because all of the wonderful things that we've heard from you about what this organization does, Soaring As Eagles,
Yes.
and what you do. Just, this is you. It's kind of hard to separate you from that. So everywhere we see that, we see you, right? And
Yes.
your organization's been around. So you are having a jazz summer celebration. Is this year two?
Year two.
All
This will
right.
be
And
our
it's set for
second
August the 14th,
annual. Yes.
2025. And it brings
Yes.
together music, community, and fundraising in a creative
Yes.
way.
Yes.
So, what inspired you to launch this jazz theme event? You know I love to sing
Well, I
jazz.
never really,
Don't say
I
it was
know
me.
music.
Just kidding.
The I was it was like, okay, God, we need to raise some money. And that was a part of the nonprofit that I really had not tapped into,
Okay.
because my mission has really been making sure the kids can read, making sure the families have resources. Because we also have Lunch and Learn, where we
Mm-hmm.
empower the parents and
Mm-hmm.
grandparents and
Mm-hmm.
caregivers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I was like, okay, Lord, what are we gonna do? So it just came to me, summer jazz celebration.
I love
So
it.
this year we're having Teddy Berg and his jazz trio.
My friend Teddy.
Uh,
Who else is on there? Ted
I just
Gerald.
know Teddy because it's his trio. So
Okay.
I'm my relationship has begun with him. But
Yes.
and we're also having Judge Corpening, who is really an advocate for community and juvenile,
Mm-hmm.
So our connection is, well, I also used to be a guardian at Lightham, and he's the
Okay.
judge for that as well.
Okay.
But
Okay.
my job is to help prevent kids going to be able to see him.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how we're connected, because I don't want kids to go see Judge Courtney
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
any other judge for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But,
How-
and I believe education is one of the main ways to get people out of situations. Because if I can think about being an engineer,
mm-hmm.
I won't have to think about robbing Family Dollar.
Yeah, and that's a known known, which is why it is so important to keep education at the forefront of our young minds, because it is what it is. If people don't have means or information, then they are going to survive however they
Yeah.
can. Um, so you see this event deepening the relationship that, and it's just called Summer Jazz Celebration.
Summer Jazz Celebration,
And you see it deepening.
Thursday, August the 14th.
We're going to get it up on the screen here, location and all that good stuff. You see this
Okay.
truly deepening Soaring as Eagles impact on Southeastern North Carolina, don't you?
Yeah, because we actually, in fact, I just left another nonprofit. They had a summer, their celebration was today, and it was for teenagers.
Mm.
And they had a Shark Tank. And
I love
I was
that.
one of the, yes, I was one of the judges. And there was one young lady, and she wants to help in real estate with affordable housing. And I'm like, what can I do to help you? Because we all need each other.
Yes, we
We
do.
really do. And
Absolutely.
it was some great ideas from some young ladies and some young men. They were, all of them were between 14 and 15 years old, maybe 16, doing
I
that
love that.
that range. And we have to work together.
Tell me what makes you happy at the end of the day outside of this organization. What things
Outside,
can you say?
girl, a
What things
good
can you tell
comedy
me one
show.
thing that you don't mind the world knowing that somebody probably doesn't know about you?
Shoot, I don't think,
What
I
you
think
enjoy?
everybody knows just about everything.
No, no, no,
Um,
no. Not all my
I
viewers know
like
everything there is to know
what
about
don't
you.
people know? I like the Beverly Hillbillies. I like the
Okay.
Eddie Griffin show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely
I've been
Eddie
looking
Griffin.
at Steve Harvey show for the last couple of days. Uh,
What
because
what kind of music do you
one
listen
of the
to
things that
outside
my
of gospel
doctor
music?
tells me, huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
What kind of music do you enjoy outside of gospel music?
I like jazz and classical,
Same.
and sometimes a little. I actually, before I moved back home, I used to hang out at the country bar, so
Okay, I love
I do a
country.
little country too.
There's a lot of history in country. People should look it up. Ask
That's
Dr.
right,
Carter.
because we
She'll tell you about
country.
the Grand Ole Opry, the first founder. I tell you, the truth is that
Yeah.
it's life changing.
Yes.
Education. Well, I
Yes.
have to I have to
Education.
say that we probably have a lot in common, y'all, because she's my real cousin.
Real, for real, for real. Yeah.
So you want to say one more thing?
I want to also let you know that there's going to be silent auction
A silent
items
auction is
at
going to
the
be at the
Summer
Jazz.
Jazz.
Okay, all right. And what
Yes.
can you give us some idea of what the prizes might be?
Actually, one of my board members just added six more. We're going to have a painting by
Okay.
one of my volunteers is an artist. She works closely with Cameron Art Museum as well.
Okay.
So we're going to have a painting, and Wilmington Wine has donated
Okay.
uh, items
Okay.
for our auction. I don't know all the other things you.
Oh, that's it. Painting and wine. Now we good.
That's all we need, right?
We got beauty and a miracle.
Right,
First
right.
miracle. Well, I
That's
know it's
funny.
going to be a fun time. I would love to try and be there. I'm trying to think all the dates. That's on a Thursday, right?
It's on a Thursday at
It's on a
5:30
Thursday. That's a
at
perfect
Plaza
time.
on Princess.
And we are praying there's no rain. And it's
That's
is it
right.
outdoors or indoors?
It's inside.
But yeah, it sounds like you have a really good crew of people. Let me tell you, the trio that she has hired for this jazz event is worth you going to see. I would love to be there. I'm going to
Well,
do my
come
best
on.
to try and be there. Okay, so
Okay.
you're doing this to raise funds. So tell us how people can help sponsor this event.
Okay. There are different levels of sponsorship. They range from an individual ticket of $75 to
Mhm.
$2,500. With the different sponsorship levels, you get different advertising perks. So if
Okay.
you go to
We're going to
soaringaseagles.net,
put it right. We're going to put it right here up on the screen. Go to this website, and that way
okay,
they'll be able to find all the information on
soaringaseagles.net,
how to become a
and
sponsor.
you'll see it.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it here on the screen and then we're going to post it in the comments below and
Okay.
hashtag all the things. I'm so proud of you, cousin. I really
Thank you,
am. And
baby.
especially for
Thank
being
you.
such an advocate like you are for ministry, for young people, for families, and for your family as well, because she's a real person as a family member. She is who you see is who you
Mhm.
get inside and outside of the family. So I can
Yeah.
vouch for that as her cousin. And and she can sing. She more like the
Well,
old school singers when when she tell a story and tell a song. It's time to sit down. We are not going anywhere for a while, okay?
I'm Kim Ceasar with Soaring as Eagles Outreach Ministry, and you are tuned into Hey Cuzz Podcast. with my cousin, Olivia J.
Thank you for joining this episode of the Hey Cuzz podcast with me, your host, Olivia J. I hope that you will like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to post your comments. We'd love to hear from you.